Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku had the powers of every Delphert. So, what gave me this idea is basically the I was watching someone else's What If that was like, what if Deku inherits all the Delpherts things? And, well, so in this What If universe, it's going to be like, so Zuko doesn't have the lose your ability to swim weakness part. He just has all the powers, like overpowered stuff. Sorry for if I start coughing. It's just yeah. So, let's begin. And also adding zooming to this what if, and also because, it's actually a fusion, or this what if is a fused form of what if Deku inherits all the Del fruits, and also my what if Zumi became a Nomu. So stay tuned for that. So let's begin. Zuko and Zumi have been born, and of course and then at 3 years old, Bakugo, and let's say Bakugo and Ochako were their first friends. So now let's continue this what if. So, but at age of 4 is kind of different from. So, and yes, I forgot to mention, when he has the powers of all the Delphert things, including the revive, if you know me, or Brooks's Delphert thing, or powers. So, I forgot to mention that. So, yeah. Well, Zuko, who and Jimmy went to the Quark Doctor with Asashi and Inko. As Inko, or where is that? So the Quark Doctor tells Zumi that she has a quirk, and she basically, or so she was happy about it, and the Quark Doctor looks at Zuko and tells him that he has a quirk of similar to his sister, but his is more powerful than hers. But what he found in Zumi's DNA thing made her a perfect test subject to be becoming a villain. So what does he do? He shot Asashi, Inko, and Zuko as then he takes their dead bodies, throws it in the trash, or dispose of it. As Zuko, who did something that's. He also has the. I also forgot. He also has the powers of infinity and zero. So. But he didn't expect his parents to get shot first and second. Yeah. And him third. Yeah. So when his parents died, and yeah. So when he came back to life, he was still had his flesh and skin and all that stuff. So then when he basically Zuko was pretty much at this point the yeah. So when he got home, Bakugo who was there, or let's say Bakugo's mom was there, because yeah, MHA known his mom. When she saw, because she basically cared about how Zuko and Zumi and their family as when she looked over and she noticed that so when he told, or when she asked him what happened, as he told her the whole story of the court doctor shot Inko, Asashi, and me. Man. As, yeah. And as he doesn't know his sister is still alive, if she's still alive, as he's blaming himself. So, and plus kind-hearted of Bakugo's mom tells Zuko that they'll spend time, or yeah. So when Bakugo heard that name, yeah. When Bakugo saw or heard that Zuko is still alive, but he wanted to see Zuko's smile. So, yeah. So then he's mostly focused on, like, because with his parents are gone, his sisters got taken. You would have been upset too if something happened to, yeah. So, yeah. So now let's get a time skip to 15. As at this point, he did train his entire body before and his quirk. super tightly so that this is what he looks like right now with the Ochako in the background. Yeah. So then, yeah. So yeah, Zuko he's still upset. How much upset he gets. And yeah, Bakugo's mom talks to him and visits with him and like plays games with him. I don't know what that picture is about. I'm not gonna go to it. It'll probably be demonetized thing because that looks like torture. So yeah, so Bakugo and the um and or so the Bakugo's his dad is just hangs out with him as Bakugo actually does hang out with Zuko so much and that as Bakugo says with a calm face, we'll get her back, your sister back. Because actually, as he tells, or so Bakugo tells Zuko that he actually, or that the Bakugo says, I have a huge crush on your sister. So, yeah, Zuko. Have you noticed every time I see her, I always get embarrassed? Huh. Yeah. So then yeah. So basically, Zuko didn't notice that during the or when they were 3 years old. So then yeah, so now time skip to 15, and it's he wants to get his sister back, because he cares about his sister so much. He joins the UA, and as Ochako during the time skip thing, Ochako avoided him because when he was mad, and and she tries to stay away from him. But yeah, and he's not mad at her. He's just mad at the villains that took, or that, or he wanted his sister back. So then yeah. So a time skip. I'm skipping over the exam thing because so during the exam, Zuko really did. As yeah. So Tenya, Ida, actually not insulted. So Tenya was like was trying to be like all like you let her focus and all that stuff as he looks at him with cold dead eyes as he did as Bakugo walks up and grabs Tenya's like shirt thing and brings him over as Bakugo says he's already in a bad mood. So if you want to make things worse for him, it's not a good time to push his buttons. I'm dead serious about that. As when Tenya heard that what happened, I'll explain it for it. So, but now just let his anger out on these robots, okay? So he's already too focused on when the gates open and he didn't waste any time, he literally sprung into action, like what the spring fruit thing, as he jumps around town, making every robot explosion. And he also did like what Boa did, but aimed it straight up in the air. And when he shoots it off, everybody was like stunned. As he sent a 3-pointer into outer space is because he had a paw fruit things. Yeah. So with that much power Zuko has, and he did correct it, like he used every power. He destroyed the entire iron city or fake city, and he destroyed the entire robots. As Bakugo's just sitting back, as he says, no need to rush in. And why? As they all asked, as Music Mike looks over at Bakugo, why? As the Eraserhead says, I see. He must be Sashi's kid. The pro hero. The pro hero Asashi? Man, I haven't seen him in like weeks or years. Well, what I heard from Bakugo before the exam, or that the Bakugo, or he died from a villain shot him in the head. And so, and his wife too, and his son. But and he doesn't know that, or he doesn't know what happened to his sister. So just let him have some, So then Nezu's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Letting his anger out is pretty good. Yeah. So Zuko at this point is letting all of his anger out. Like, you know how Sugar has that, like, how they made all of the guys just zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, he was on a rampage. He was mad. Like, his first thought was, or their first thought was, oh, okay. Yeah. He released all of his power, and yeah, he got over 9,000 points. That's higher than All Might's score. And so then he avoided the 0-pointer. As yeah, because he still carries the heavy burden on him that not so when he goes home, he just he just wants to sleep in his own bed because he was the one that as Tenya stops him before, as he did walk up and he did apologize for like trying to like and was trying to be nice, and he did tell Zuko that, or no, Zuko did tell him thank you and sorry for if I seem cold-blooded thing. There's many, yeah. So when, and sorry for your loss, by the way. That's okay. As long as I get my sister back, then I will be good to go. Plus, as they see like he still has some anger issues, as Tenya's like, yeah, it must be hard for you to like, as he knows who's the one that is responsible for it. The Quark Doctor. As he like, as the, yeah. So, and plus everybody that was hearing what happened to Zuko's life thing, as are like, yeah, as his friends tell Zuko that or Zuko's his friends told him that he and know that how much pain you will be in. So, yeah. So Zuko ends up having massive support. And, yeah. Todoroki kind of felt bad. And the Zuko or when Todoroki heard of the backstory of what happened to Zuko, whom, as the he doesn't want to, like, because how much pain Zuko's in. He's like an endeavor. And yeah, if he had the opportunity to destroy the entire town and of like villains, he would have done it about 5 seconds ago. But yeah. So if you guys don't mind. So yeah. So Tenya Ida ends up, how long is this real doing? Okay. So yeah. So Tenya and Todoroki, or actually Todoroki tells Zuko that the same thing. No, sorry for your loss, and it must be hard for you. Yeah. But at least he is the, yeah. As he walks away, he's so, like, he doesn't want to show anger to Todoroki because, yeah. As Todoroki was, like, yeah. Plus, as when he could sense that getting the same vibes as the what Endeavor her is. So what does he do? He walks up, or so he walks up to Endeavor after he got home, and he walks up to an Endeavor as he needs to. This is a question for you, Endeavor. Okay, what? Well, have you ever lost anyone? Like, any? I know that it will never lose us, but did you ever feel like losing someone that's important to you? As Endeavor turns his back, yeah, there's the there's this one man. His name was actually, so Endeavor actually says the actual name, and the, yeah, of his, like, father before, like, he became a pro hero. So when he told his son that, and then he asked why. Well, there's a student that goes to my school. His parents got shot. As that got Endeavor's attention, like, basically, let me go back to here. Let me see. No, that's not it. Nope. Where is it? Oh, here it is. As Nendeavor could not believe that someone lost their parents. As, yeah, when, yeah, as he can't believe that someone, 01 who did that, yeah, it was the Quark Doctor. Zuko remembers it. As at this point, the Endeavor was, at this point, felt so bad for Zuko that even, yeah. So, so, so Zuko, who gets Class 1A with Bakugo and Ochako and Todoroki and Tenya and the rest of them, as Eraserhead tells Zuko that I know that he'll probably sometimes get angry when, yeah. So then Zuko ends up telling, yeah, but, so, as Zuko explains that, yeah, it, as the All for One, or no, actually, they did, plus what he believes that his sister is still alive, and, yeah. Well, now, he did do the ball throw and he did do the ball throw and, yeah, he did take off his gloves before. He had gloves on. So when he used his power, and, yeah. So when they saw as when he threw the ball, it just disappeared. As everybody's like wondering, where did it go? Used. As everybody's like, wait, hold on. Where is that ball thing? As Mr. Ozawa looks at his device, as he looks at it, as it says infinity. Holy crud. As everyone agrees that yeah. So I'm skipping that part to USJ. And, yeah. So at the USJ, they walked in and they get ambushed by villains. And what makes him more shocked was he saw his own sister. And, yeah. Evil Zumi. Yeah. Here, I'll do Evil Cannibal. Sorry. Zumi. Evil Zumi. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm trying to find a good picture. So, the. Yeah. So, this one. So, Zumi was in this little bit of a super darker green colored skin suit, as he knows that Zumi's still alive, but yeah, as he also knows that she's been brainwashed, and yeah, go as he tells them, "What have you done to my little sister?" As Zumi says, "They haven't done nothing to me, brother." As she's been brainwashed, as he could hear it in his tone of voice, as he's as he's so as he does not want, as everybody's trying to like figure out, as Zuko jumps right into action, and like he did beat around all the villains, and yeah, there was only 4 left: Zumi, Shiraki-sen, Kirigiri, and the Nomu. As yeah, so they basically, when the so all the villains were like all knocked out. They got like sent flying. As Zuko used like the that arrow stuff, and yeah, and some of them are got turned to toys, as he says now. As yeah, all of the villains that was like a super huge group against like the students of Class 1A. Zuko just took care of all of it, not letting anyone getting in his way, as Bakugo sees how mad he really gets when he's. As, yeah. As the. As, yeah. He's kind of mad, but he's also kind of glad that they haven't, like, turned her body into, like, a Nomu. So, they just brainwashed her. So, yeah, then yeah, as Zuko looked like, or when his real power begins, it was a small taste, first of all. And this is what he looks like. As he had black eyes with, yeah, green inside of his. Yeah, so it's like replacing that black, or no, not black, replacing the purple with green, and yeah. As he did So the Shirakusen tells the Nomu to go kill that brat, and so the Nomu tried, and like his fist was coming in, but Zuko just straight up puts a finger on the Nomu, and it became also a toy, like a toy action figure kind. So yeah, do not make Zuko mad when he, yeah. So then Kirigiri tries to warp everybody, but he says, or Zuko tells Kirigiri that if you're gonna warp all of them to like separate locations, how about teleporting them to the team outside? Because you know what's gonna go down? As Zuko's fist lights up like a dynamite and like made a giant spear. As when he did like what Whitebeard did, when he like hits the air towards the Shirakusens as the as Zuko whom was like it destroyed the entire USJ with that much power. As he was like mad. He was furious because his own sister, the villains brainwashed or took his sister and brainwashed her. But Zuko, they should have gone for Zuko because how much power he has. And instead, but nope, they just took someone weaker than him. And yeah, Zuko was destroyed the entire USJ, and when he like did that, he also Azumi was a little bit shocked. I said shocked. So when she saw her brother for the first time, and she can't not believe that Zuko, like, her first thought was, holy crud. Kirigiri, how about we need to leave right now? Not yet. Or actually, Kirigiri looks at Zuko and, how about you? As Shiraki's and he's like, we'll call this a draw when, after I'm done. As he tries to, oh, you think you're so tough, huh? Room. And then he uses blades. He cuts off Shiraki Sins' hands and like throws them away. And like he says, time for you to say goodbye. Boom! As he doesn't, as Zuko just straight up used, boom! As Zuko was, or Shiraki-sen got sent flying, nailed right to the wall, not even to a wall, right to the building, boom. Yeah, Zuko had so much power that everybody that was fears him the most. Yeah. As the Shirakusen is like bleeding from a mouth and nose and eyes. Yeah. As Zumi, evil Zumi, should I say, tells them, or tells Shirakusen that, or Kirigiri, yeah, I think we need to do that. Yeah, I agree. He then teleports the Shirakusen. Zumi, it's good to see you, brother, and have fun. We'll meet again soon. So then with that much power, as the Ezekiel's just straight up is way more powerful than anyone. So, yeah. Zumi just, or actually, Tenya is like, as Todoroki's like, yeah, we'll not underestimate his powers anytime soon. Yeah, I agree. As Zuko was just straight up could fight any normal human. And yeah. And the pro heroes came in and to clean up all the mess. And they see, like, toys. He's laying down, or lays. And some of them, some of the toys, or not toys, some of the villains that got turned to stone because of yeah. One piece. Oh, wait. And yeah. So yeah. So the reason why I'm not putting like so the so when everybody this is what they looked like before, or when they got turned to stone because yeah, all the villains were like frozen in time. As yeah, as everybody's like, man, they all complimented Zuku's powers. You have more insane powers than anyone. Yeah. Normally, if it was a fruit or a devil fruit that someone else eats, it would normally be having a weakness of lose your ability to swim. Wow. Really? Yeah. Because each power that I hold or that I'm born with is not a Delphi, so it's so yeah. So and plus, let me him undo the because yeah, as Boa or as Zuko undoes it, like the as all the villains that fell in love with him ends up doing like he turns them to stone and back again. So yeah. So then but then gonna see has like he turns it off before. So that so or else poor old Chaco will end up looking like a statue on okay? Oh. As yeah. Zucker or as the pro heroes are like, dude, you're pretty powerful. Yeah. As All Might gives actually he actually gives one for all to Zuko Midoriya. Because, yeah, with how many. Because he actually told. Or, so, All Might told Zuko that with how much power you have, you probably need something to control that much power. Yeah. As he got set off when he saw his sister for the first time. Like not horny stuff, but the more of a he like wants her back no matter what. And you know what he did? So the Nomu actually was the Inko's. So Inko's dead body was found before. And yeah. And she became a Nomu. As when inner voice of him told as he walks up to the toy him of the Nomu, who as he sits down, as he could sense because actually what Zuko did when he was only 2 years old, his power of revival, or zero power, gives him. So he made a copy of the soul that was in the. Sorry, hold on. Okay, so yeah. So he had the original soul in his body of of Inko and Sashi. But he totally forgot about it. As he looks at the Nomu, owns his toy body, as when he puts him back, the obedience thing was he did rip out the obedience chip and the he sees as he sees why Zuko, or he knows it's a Sashi, or no, Inko's body, as that got him really upset. As what Zuko did, he puts his arm, or no, his hand, as he grabs all the quirks that wasn't supposed to be in Inko's body, honey, out, and the Nomu transformed back into Inko's lifeless body, and as she lands right be, as he says, as everyone was shocked. Here. Class 1A shocked. Not when they saw what Zuko did, as he says, as the yeah. So then the soul, or the Inko's soul left Zuko's body and went right into Zumi's, or no, into her old body. As Zuko, or as Inko looks up, Zuko, is that you? As Zuko was, as they thought, he just like ran, and they straight up ran. Or so Zuko was, as he starts to tear up, as he hugs his sister. No, he hugs his mother. As his mother, as he didn't realize that the Zuko, or no, actually Inko, who, or when that Paramount getting shot was actually true. As she looked, or as she shows the bullet wound above her forehead, and as was true. So then, but now the bullet's gone. So So the Zuko was happy that name. As Sashi's his name, they brought Sashi's dead body thing. As he got turned into a Nomu, and as the so basically Zuko was how much pain he went through, as he did tell his mother that he needs to pay a visit to the court doctor and force him to undo whatever he did to Zumi. As Inko says, I agree. And I will, or as Sashi says, not without support from all of us. As they all agree on that. As Inko says, yeah. So then all the villains were, or so all the pro heroes agreed with Zuko that they need to, because how much pain he went through. He's still healing from how much he went through during the 10, or most of his life. As Ochako, who didn't know that he was in pain. So, yeah. So, if Ochako knew that, she would have probably basically went up to Zuko and helped him through his pain, healing his pain from, yeah. So now a time skip to All Might versus All for One. As All Might he did, or so it should have been called All Might versus All for One and Zumi. So it's like a team, or Evil Zumi. So both of them were like, it's time for you to die. As Zuko's like, huh. How about, no. As Zuko steps into the scene, as he has every power or activated. He goes from Logia, Promethea, and Zoan types. Aims. Like, he's not one that you do not want to mess around with. Yeah. He ends up, so it was All Might and Zuko versus All for One and Zumi, Evil Zumi. As the All Might was down, as Zuko just straight up used his own version of the Nico Robbins as Hana no Mi, or I'm trying to remember so one, he's I can't even spell that. So it was flower, flower fruit. So, yeah. So when Zuko used his version of Nico Robbins' fruit thing, sorry, I just had to cough real quick. Yeah. So yeah, Zuko was basically, so what he did was actually funny. And he literally broke All for One's back. And yeah, and All for One was in his prime. So yeah. So then Zuko ends up like he so it was like him it was just him versus two villains. As Zuko activated his power of zero and infinity. And what he did was like he told them that when he activated all of his powers, he has a trap card known as Berserk of Infinity. What it does is basically once every power inside of a person's body activates at the same time, the guy has a 30 minutes, or no, 30 minutes until either the user exploded or creates black holes randomly everywhere he goes. Yeah, and he can disactivate it before. Yeah. And plus what I mean by him exploding explosion is like a nuclear bomb. But it only hurts the, like, say, All for One. And the League of Villains. So, only a villains. And plus, the Nomus that are created from the Quark Doctor end up converging. Like, basically what it means is basically back to their original selves, basically. Like, what it means is basically, let's say a Nomu was formed from a dead body. Then the quirk user of that dead body goes back into their body and comes back to life. And yeah. So it wasn't complete waste. So Zuko did, as his hair turned white with blue trimmings. Or no, purple trimmings. His marks, or the mark on his face, he had one on the right side and one on the left side. As he tells, if this is the only way to save my sister from you, All for One, that would make me happy too. As All for One, as Zuko runs right up to All for One, as he grabs All for One, right then and there, flies him up, as 30 minutes have passed. He exploded, as everything, like the Nomu that what's funny enough is the Sashi himself told, as he came back to life, his soul did go back into his body and he came back, as he's trying to, or he does remember what happened during that day. As Zumi, evil Zumi, he's like brainwashing was undone. And yeah, like basically it went back to the originals before the brainwashing thing. And yeah, Azumi was like, what happened? As he does, or she doesn't remember what happened when she looks over at the Sashi. As she says, I remember the Quark Doctor shot you, Inko, and my brother. Wait, where's my brother? As All Might looks up, or as they did, or he did exploded with All for One. So yeah, so Zuko, they thought it was dead. As the everybody's like, okay, rest in peace, Zuko. As what he, yeah, so All for One dies. Zuko's is revive fruit. Or the power of, he came back to life. And he's like, oh, not doing that ever again. As he lifts himself up, as his body is sore from, as he's underwater on about 500 from miles from the Japan, because how much pain he's going through as his powers, as yeah, Zuko did something that's undaring. Basically, what he did was he pulls out his heart thing and he lifts it up as he shoots the arrows, love arrows thing. And reason why I say that is because so when he used the combined powers of the love fruit with he teleport or warp one. So he teleports the arrows to Zuko, or to, like, there was a couple villains that was like, time for you to die. Turd. Bang. But then, before he even pulled the trigger, he got shot in the shoulder as his entire body became stone. As, let's say Hawks was there and he sees the villain was about to pull a trigger, and he's like, oh, how did this arrow get here? And Zuko's like, because he unlocked his own version of hockey called, like, basically telepath hockey. So he tells Zumi, or actually and Bakugo thought all the pro heroes thought he was dead. But then a voice comes out of nowhere inside of their heads. I'm not dead yet. Where are you at? I'm about 500 miles from the shoreline. Man, as he were like 500 miles from shore of Japan. As they're like, oh, okay. As they, huh? It's, where are you at? As he's trying to get up, and he walks over, as I don't see him. Where are you at, Don? I'll shoot a signal flare thing. As they fire, here shoots out through the water. There you are. As Hawks, as all the pro heroes went, or so the girl who's just like, as Sashi jumps right into water and sees him just barely holding on to a thread, as his face looked like, or his entire body was, he looked like he was just burnt to a crisp. But as the Sashi picks up him, there he is. I'll be fine about. As the, as all for, or so, they're like, man, as he says, I'm not going to do that again. Yeah. So, Zumi hugs her brother. As she totally forgot that it still hurts him when, but he ignores the pain as he wanted to hug his sister. As he was happy that he is happy that, so he smiles. As Bakugo says, that's a smile that we've been looking for. So, yeah. Ochako, who walks up, or so, Zuko was in the hospital as because of how much power he used to make a nuclear bomb, or him exploding himself. He was not very upset. He's just calm as a cucumber. And plus, then he just needs to eat something. As they brought him food and they see blue flames. As more he eats, and like his entire body was healing itself. So as it was like him basically rewind his body back to the way it was before the explosion. So yeah, way before. Ezuku's like, oh, making one of those takes a lot of energy and name to use. Yeah. As Nezu tells him that you'll be the backup plan for if there's any bigger threats for that, okay? Yeah. But I'll always be here for the rest of you. So, yeah. And Ochako walks up and whispers that she wants to marry him. And yeah, Zuko's a little bit surprised, and yeah, with all that stuff. And so when he was in the hospital, or during that time, Zumi, him, was a victim that they, and plus because of brainwashing thing, she doesn't remember a lot of like what happened. And so when she even told them that I don't remember all of it because it's been, but I'm glad that to see my brother. Yeah. But, you know, so how do you feel about joining UA? I would be honored to. That's what I always wanted. And as to be a hero instead. As, yeah. Because, yeah, as every villain that saw the explosion and he's still alive, crime rate dropped to 0. Like, basically, it went from, like, oh no, the villains are attacking every 24 hours, to, where did all the villains go? Where did they all go? I don't know. So, overhaul was pretty scared of Zuko. So he doesn't create drugs and all that stuff, and he's just, instead of him being like a super villain and just like disobeying, he's just like, huh. But instead, you know what he did to Ares? He played games with her. Like video games, kind. And teaching her how to play games. As he's like, yeah. Name. So, yeah. It's hard for him to, like, touch a controller without it getting disintegrated. So, yeah. So, yeah, everybody's like, okay, this kid's on a whole nother level, and, yeah. So, then the time skip to the near future. Zuko and Ochako got married and had 4 kids. And each 4 of those kids have quirks of their mother and their father's quirks fused together. And also it should be 3, not 4. I meant 3. Oh wait, because of, yeah, so there is 4, or technically it would be 3, but the 4th one is, so he has 2 boys, or they have 2 boys, 2 girls. And all 3 of them has the pieces like Promethea, Logia, and Zoans types powers inside of their bodies. And the last one, the 4th one, has the powers of infinity and 0. So yeah, to keeping them from going insane. So, yeah, what does Zuko do? Yeah. So, sorry for his super long video. And, yeah, and now, if you guys are still here, let me know in the comments below. That's do hashtag I'm here. Or should I say hashtag I'm still here. So, that. Okay. So, do you like this concept of fusion of like two what ifs to make a brand new one? Because I'm thinking about doing a what if Deku was in One Piece? He's where Zuko would have been born in One Piece universe instead of My Hero Academia universe. And yeah, if you guys want me to do that, I'll just ask the like goal would be 1. 1 like equals the higher chances of this video or of the next video be that. But the other couple videos, I did a description of it, of each like, each 1 like makes the next what if upgraded. So like boosted up. So that still applies to here. So you think I forgot? No. No. So if you guys want me to do, oh my goodness, I'm way over my time. Yeah. So yeah, Zuko says bye-bye. Hey, have a good night or day, depending on the time zones. Peace.